Everybody wants to know where Russ is going to play next season. And we just heard from Russ himself that something is about to happen. Russell Westbrook has a personal blog called Word of Westbrook, and this was the statement he released. It's no secret that there's news about where I'll end up on the horizon, and I appreciate y'all's interest, but just hold tight. There's more to come.
But they have to decide, what do you want? Because the options available to you are not everything.
Russ is being heavily linked to the Sacramento Kings right now. We already know that. That's been the news all summer. Going back to Russell Westbrook's quote, the fact that he said, but just hold tight, there's more to come. I believe what Russ is trying to tell the fans is there's more to it than what it seems. Even Trey Lyles just surprised everybody. He just played for the Sacramento Kings, but now he just signed with Madrid in Spain instead, leaving the NBA. So that removes a player potentially returning to Sacramento. But here's the big issue. The Kings do not have any open roster spots and have a loaded guard room. The expectation is that they will trade away one of their guards to make room for Westbrook, not only on the roster, but in the guard rotation. The Kings just signed Dennis Schroeder. They're not gonna trade him. So it looks like they're gonna have to trade away Devin Carter or Malik Monk, or maybe explore a Zach LaVine trade. The Kings also really wanted Jonathan Kuminga, but they've been having some trouble in the trade market there. The Sacramento Kings are not expected to sign Russell Westbrook unless they make room by trading a guard. More specifically, the odds of a Russell Westbrook signing go up if they know they're completely out on Kuminga, though they aren't expected to make that move unless they can make room in the rotation by trading a guard. So the fact that the Kings are struggling here, it seems that Russell Westbrook might need to explore other options, just like Trey Lyles did, until Sacramento can make a move. And they've talked about Malik Monk trades all summer, and now it seems more likely that Devin Carter will potentially be moved to create flexibility to bringing Russell Westbrook. At this time, I don't know of another landing spot for Russell Westbrook in the NBA. But the next phrase by Jake really inputs the idea of Russ going overseas. And you're seeing veterans like Trey Lyles go overseas and sign with Real Madrid. Now, Russell Westbrook is a much different caliber of player than Trey Lyles or Lonnie Walker, but we've seen a lot of veterans recognize what their earning potential is in the NBA and go surpass it elsewhere. If the Kings were to create a roster spot for Russ, this is the rumored contract: a 2-year minimum deal with a player option next summer. It would be less than the money he got from the Nuggets last season. So financially speaking, Russ will not get paid the money he wants. If there was an option for Russell Westbrook to have a deal in the NBA above the veteran minimum, he would have signed already. Until the Kings create the space to bring him into that backup point guard capacity behind Dennis Schroeder that we know Sacramento Kings general manager Scott Perry has wanted, we're waiting for a Russell Westbrook home. So if Russ is going to sign a veteran minimum contract anywhere, we are hearing of the best potential new team that could sign him. Shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring the channel. Easy Buckets family, the NBA season is about to begin and tickets are already available, which means you have to go on the website or download the app and get your cheap tickets today to watch your favorite NBA teams play. And then on checkout, be sure to use my discount promo code EasyBuckets with an S at the end to get an extra $20 off your first purchase. Your cheap tickets on SeatGeek just became cheaper. Russell Westbrook should consider playing with the Indiana Pacers for this upcoming season. We know the Pacers reached Game 7 of the 2025 NBA Finals, but of course losing Tyrese Halliburton the entire season next year due to a torn Achilles, Russell Westbrook has an opportunity here. We know Miles Turner jumped ship and went to the Milwaukee Bucks as well in free agency, but despite the Pacers' losses, they've got a prideful team, and they have reason to believe they can remain respectable in the Eastern Conference, even though they're projected to not be successful. Russell Westbrook is exactly what Indiana needs to reclaim that pride. What Russell Westbrook brings to the Indiana Pacers is simple. He's a proven scorer, he's a starting caliber point guard, and a tenacious player who can create headaches for the opponent. Right now, with Indiana's locker room potentially being weakened due to Tyrese Halliburton not playing, Russ could come in and resharp them. Everybody is expecting Andrew Nembhard to take a huge step this season, but remember, Nembhard played the shooting guard position beside Tyrese Halliburton, which means you need a starting point guard, and that's exactly where Russell Westbrook would shine. Playing for the Nuggets last season, Russ played 75 games and started in 36 of them, which means he basically had a split 6-man and starter role. He ended up averaging 13.3 points, 4.9 rebounds, 6.1 assists, 1.4 steals, but playing in Indiana, I believe he would be an immediate starter, and these numbers specifically would increase. Pascal Siakam can't hold the team on his own and needs a point guard partner, and that's where Russ comes in. The Pacers are trying to hold their own against the odds, and Westbrook wants to keep pushing forward in the NBA. This would be a mutual, beneficial partnership. But another under-the-radar team that wants Russell Westbrook is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards would love Russell Westbrook as his new backcourt partner. Mike Conley is entering that time in his career where he isn't a starting caliber guard anymore. I believe Conley should shift to the 6-man role, and the Timberwolves should bring in Russell Westbrook to start. The tenacity and offensive power that Anthony Edwards brings to the team is simple and a given, and Russell Westbrook coming in would only enhance that. And especially with Anthony Edwards entering the prime of his career, Russ can come in to be a veteran mentor to elevate Anthony Edwards to that MVP level we're all waiting for. When you really think about it, the Wolves actually didn't do that well this offseason. Although bringing back Naz Reid and Julius Randle, they lost Nickeil Alexander-Walker because he joined the Atlanta Hawks. That is the position where Russell Westbrook can come in and fill in that defensive void that they're missing after Nickeil left the team. I also believe the Timberwolves would skyrocket in views, which of course would help in the promotion of Anthony Edwards being the face of the NBA. And with the Timberwolves making it all the way to the conference finals in back-to-back seasons, Russell Westbrook knows they're a legit contender in the West. Knowing Russell Westbrook's personality, I'm guessing he doesn't want to just join a team where they're already great. He wants to join a team to make them greater and defeat the odds. So simply, from Russell Westbrook's blog, he announced something big is coming, and we're gonna see very soon before October 1st that Russ will be on a new team.
Everything. Everyone wants him. Everyone would pay him the max. Everyone would kill to have him on their team. That doesn't exist anymore. And that's not disrespectful to him. It's just literally what happens.
So ultimately, I want to know your thoughts. Where is Russell Westbrook going to sign for this upcoming season? I need to know your thoughts because soon, anytime now, it's going to happen. Let's get a chat going in the comments below. But the Lakers are prepared to also make a big move this upcoming season. And NBA fans are not ready to let go or maybe prepare for the future, and we just made a video talking all about the future of the Lakers after this trade. Check it out. But other than that, take it easy, God bless. See y'all next time on Easy Buckets. Peace.